Hey, welcome to style number 5 for interview modes. So if you've watched any of these before, you'll know that you can change your logos on this. It's got a little perspective on it. Trying to keep this one nice and clean and simple, but change your logos, change your image and remove me. Put your own title show down the side of the screen. And then as we go through, I've got this one coming in nice and clean. I've got a little line running around the edge of my camera image, and that's just sort of a gentle touch, and you'll see that happens throughout. I've got the sparkling profile going on in the background, but you don't have to have that if you don't want to. So as I move through this, everything is designed for a runner show, so I'm just going to start you off with a simple runner show here, and I'm going to bring on 3 guests, but there are also profiles for 1 guest and 2 guests as well, all built in, and every time all you need to do is sit there and press next scene. So each time you see one of those little transitions come in, the text is fixed on those transitions. There's no music on it because music's a bit of an awkward thing, so you're going to have to add your own music or sound effect on each of those transitions, but they're all set to run automatically. And as you can see, there's a lot of me going on here because I don't have any guests to play with, but here's me bringing in my 3 guests. But I wouldn't want to always hog the limelight, so it might be me doing an intro to the show, and then I'd say, hey guest 1, do you want to come in and introduce yourself? So here comes guest 1. So guest 1 would now be in the main placeholder, and if I flick on and you look carefully, we'll see that guest 2 is going to move into the main placeholder, and then guest 3 will introduce themselves as well, so they'll be in the main placeholder. So you can see that says guest 3 in the big box. Then we'd move back potentially to have a little bit of a chat with our audience and see what's going on with our audience and bring in some comments. And each time you don't have to go searching for buttons to press, anything like that. I'm just moving one scene at a time here. Another transition, and again I'm into a screen share this time, so you can share whatever you wanted on that screen. It could be your keynote deck, it could be a website, or it could be, as I'm sharing at the moment, a very boring image of my tertiary screen, my 3rd screen, and you could swap around the images depending on how important otherwise your guests are and move them around, just changing the cameras. So the cameras are all set up for you. Camera A for the main host, and then guests 1, 2 and 3. So next up, I would bring in my little clicker so that you don't have to worry, go and have a look for those comments. They're just going to pop up straight away because you can just move to another scene with more comments on. And then as we rush through, we could move to a final comment scene where we're discussing everything with our audience and asking them what they thought of the show today. And then after that we could say, hey, please remember to subscribe, and then perhaps bring in some socials as well, so that your audience could go scan the QR codes and go to the audience, go to the socials for the particular guest. So you can play about with all of that. I've kept this one nice and simple and clean and not too jazzy, but you can still, if you wish to, go and play with color tints and stuff like that. So let's just do that. Let's take that one off. If we wanted to be purple, we could be purple. If we wanted to be orange, we could be orange. It's up to you to choose those, and I guess I could hit a color tint as well on that and bring that to change it around a little bit more, and I could even move the wheels around on the color tint to move it around the screen, etc. So that's style 5 off the profile, end to end. It's just going to run for you. It's as simple as that, and eventually till you get to the point of this one.